Hold up, non-Spanish is ¿qué pasó? What do you say?
Yeah. So they had the problem.
Yeah, they have the problem.
And Danny, any Puerto Rican fighters you watched growing up?
Oh yeah, I watched all the Puerto Rican fighters from when I was, I watched Trinidad, I watched Cotto. Cotto's one of my favorite fighters. I watched Juan Lopez.
So
Camacho?
since
Yeah,
you watched
Camacho.
Trinidad, your father took a book out of his father and
Yeah,
smacked it.
I know. I remember
But
when
it seemed to it worked for you.
Yeah, but the
For
thing
him,
about that
towards
was,
the end, it didn't. But it
remember
definitely,
That's because he did it so
remember
much.
when he
was
didn't
used to
fight?
getting smacked.
Remember when he didn't get smacked? When he fought who was it? He fought
When he
Bernard,
fought
was
Bernard,
it?
Yeah, Bernard.
They said that he didn't smack. He sold him out. They were saying that his father sold him out.
We'll have a word.
That's true.
That's hard. That's hard. It's so
That's what the fans were saying.
Yeah, that's what the fans were saying.
You
I
being a
said
Philly
that-
fighter and being down there, do you see any? Do you see any guys from Philly you see coming up that?
Talent?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of new talent, man. I see a lot of young kids, man. It's a lot of kids out.
Help some of them you help get their names out, by mentioning because you see them and on a daily
There's
basis.
a kid named Brandon Pizarro. He's like 100. I think he's 119 pounds. He just won like the ringside. He won the Golden Gloves before.
Probably out in
He's
Cali
really
now for the
asking a lot of young
PALs.
kids. There's a lot of kids coming out doing a lot of national championships coming out of Philly. So Philly got a good young crowd coming up.
All right.
Danny, a couple last words to the fans out in Poland.
Shout out to all my fans in Poland. We did it again. Keep supporting me. I love you guys.
Always a pleasure.
Tim, one question. You're an undefeated world champion.
Yep.
You've done more exposing of your challengers than they have exposed any of your weaknesses. So how do you and your dad figure out in the gym what you're going to work on next?
You just like I said before, it's just like when I get in there with my opponents, it's just more in me. I have a fighter spirit. Like a lot of fighters train to get good and train to get to that level, and they are good. Don't get me wrong, but they just don't have it deep in them to make adjustments
Behind your soul.
and believe in yourself every second, every single minute of the round. And I think that's what I have over other fighters. I have the spirit of a fighter, and I have the ability to adapt and remain champion.
Do you think
Is this the last fight we're going to see you at this weight?
It's a possibility. And
One in talk.
I might have one more, but we gotta see what's out there. And if any fighters, it don't make no sense, then I must go up and conquer new things.
Would you rather fight Khan for a chance to fight Mayweather? Would that be a likely scenario?
Would I rather fight who?
Would you take on Khan to get the right to fight Mayweather? Would that be something
Take on
that...
Khan again to fight Mayweather?
If
don't see a
let's
reason.
say, because Khan's obviously touting as well, he wants to fight Mayweather.
Yeah.
But would you see yourself as, if you want to shut him up for good, to be on your path to fight Mayweather? Would that be something that interests you?
I mean, he hasn't been looking that spectacular. Like,
No, I mean, he got knocked down against
Khan's a good. He's not taking that away from Khan. He's a great fighter. He's fast. Well, definitely the fastest fighter I ever fought.
Really?
He got a lot of skill. Yeah, he's fast, man. But as far as me fighting him to get to Mayweather, nah.
He hasn't done enough to.
Well, he pulled out right.
Yeah.
So that fight was canceled?
No, I don't have to, but it's just like I said before, I want to vacate my belt and see somebody else. But I just want to
Still working on it?
fight one more, and then go up.
Danny, what do you think of the
Going back to Alexander.
I knew he was gonna. I know in order to fight good against Mayweather, he would have to use his jab and use feints and be a little bit on his toes, and he did none of that. So I knew that was his only chance. The fighters who did do good against Floyd Mayweather used his jab. Oscar De La Hoya used the jab. He did good against. Good a little bit of bouncing. Miguel Cotto, he just bounced, bang bang, and hit him. Miguel Cotto did good with the jab. Yes, and a little bit of bounce, and they hit Floyd with the jab. And then he just went in there and he let Floyd from the opening bell just dictate the pace. And Floyd was even walking him down. So right then and then I was like,
Why do
Especially
you
with being
think that
out
was?
weighted by
Fight is over.
The
15.
nerves got to him, or do you think just the whole stage set
no, I
back
just thought
elbows?
he just thought Floyd was gonna go in there and move around from the first round. But when he seen Floyd coming at him, he was like, I ain't trained for this.
Yeah, he couldn't
That's what
make the
happened.
adjustment.
Did you get a chance to see the Chavez Jr. fight? And if you
I didn't see it.
Oh my
I didn't see it.
God! I wanted to get your opinion on the decision.
Nah, I didn't see it.
What kills
I probably catch up on it.
What kills the
So what's your philosophy, father and son? You beat a guy, Matisse. People are talking about a rematch. Why should you?
Yeah, that's no point.
He's dead wood. You got to look up to go
He has to be,
forward.
a quality opponent. I mean, he beat Peterson. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
But Peterson, he's lost a lot of big fights too.
yeah. So
And the fight he did win, he got tested positive. The next fight for the
So
rematch.
you just move on forward. He's dead wood. You took the toughest guy on for it. So why should you go back and fight him again? It's a waste of time.
That's giving him another.
Exactly.
Forward.
I have one more.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying.
You gotta go upstairs and do
I'll-
a signing. His fans are waiting.
I want to know what would you think about as far as fighting Mayweather. A lot of people say one of the closest fights that Mayweather almost lost was against Zab. You did work against Zab. You took him out. What do you think how would you feel about fighting Floyd as far as your chances, as everybody says, he's pound for pound able to take everybody out?
Yeah, like I said, one of the best.
It's something in me.
It's gotta be a good fight, you know why?
To win fights,
Because it's two
to
holy
be on that
fighters
level.
fighting each other.
So I know when I'm on that level, I'll train my ass off,
He has to win.
and I'll find a way to win. That's one thing.
And the other point is the fact that you're able to make adjustments in the ring, which a lot of people aren't able to do.
No doubt.
Then you just plan for no.
It's all about making adjustments.
I'm not
When
gonna
you give me a drop,
It's not even